Sister Spouses spoilers for next 3 episodes. Sister Spouses Season 19 has included probably the most sensational minutes for the family. Christine just made them merry with David Woolley in the past episode. Robin shared her considerations about her and Kody being excluded, while Mary stays glad for her previous sister spouse regardless of not getting a greeting too. Now that Christine's wedding is finished, Kody and the exes currently center around the Coyote Pass property. Continue to peruse to see tender loving cares mysteries for episodes 18 to 20. Sister Spouses, Kody Earthy Colored puts spotlight on the property. As per the episode 18 rundown of Sister Spouses Season 19, Christine and Janelle will uncover new parts in their lives. Christine just got hitched to David, while Janelle is currently on her excursion to carrying on with another life away from Kody. In the meantime, Kody zeroes in more on the Coyote Pass following the defeat of the Earthy Colored family. He met with a real estate professional in the midst of his property question with Janelle and Mary. Episode 18 will likewise highlight Mary's new friend throughout everyday life and will likewise make legitimate moves in the midst of the Coyote Pass property arguments. Janelle and Mary unite. The 19th episode of Sister Spouses Season 19 will highlight Janelle and Mary combining efforts to find solutions about the Coyote Pass property. Nonetheless, Kody is experiencing difficulty letting it go, which could prompt more conflicts. Kody actually wants to claim the property since his split with his 3 different spouses. However, it appears Mary and Janelle won't allow him to take everything. Then again, Christine keeps on carrying on with her best existence with her new spouse. The depiction expresses that she moves toward freedom by buying an excursion rental in Moab. Sister Spouses, Christine, Janelle, and David go out. The 20th episode of Sister Spouses Season 19 will zero in airing on Janelle's developing relationship with Christine and David. The triplet came over at a bar where Janelle had her most memorable chance. This outing comes in the midst of Janelle's choice to move to North Carolina. Mary Brown is experiencing difficulty in regards to the fate of her B&B in Utah, while Kody and Robin throughout the long term, many fans have blamed her for counterfeit crying during profound minutes, recommending that her tears are a manipulative strategy as opposed to a certified articulation of sentiments. Nonetheless, there have been occasions where watchers accept Robin's feelings seemed credible, uncovering a more defenseless and earnest side to her generally disruptive persona. We should look at the absolute most significant minutes when fans accept Robin didn't phony cry and the effect of these veritable showcases of feeling. 1. The authority fight for Dayton. Perhaps of the most piercing second in Robin's sister spouse's venture was the close-to-home story encompassing her oldest child, Dayton. Prior to joining the Earthy Colored family, Robin confronted critical difficulties as a single parent, incorporating exploring care concurrences with Dayton's natural dad. Her tears felt genuine. During the episodes that addressed this delicate subject, Robin's tears appeared to originate from authentic worry for her child's prosperity. She talked sincerely about the battles she looked as a youthful mother and her feelings of dread toward losing care of Dayton. Why it resounded. Numerous watchers felt that Robin's feelings were crude and unfiltered during these minutes. Her weakness featured her profound love for her kids and her longing to furnish them with soundness. 2. The introduction of Solomon. The introduction of Robin and Kody's most memorable organic kid together, Solomon, was another critical second where Robin's feelings seemed ardent. Overpowered with euphoria. At the point when Solomon was conceived, Robin's bittersweet tears euphoria appeared to be credible as she supported her infant child. This was an achievement for her as well as for the Earthy Colored family, as it denoted the primary kid brought into the world after Robin joined the plural marriage. Why fans trusted her. The feelings encompassing labor are frequently serious, and many fans felt that Robin's satisfaction and help were completely veritable. Her tears mirrored the delight of inviting another life into the family. 3. At the point when Christine left the family. Christine Earthy Colored's choice to pass on her union with Kody was a urgent second for the Earthy Colored family, and Robin's response started banter among fans. While some blamed her for counterfeit crying during the detachment show, there were minutes when her misery appeared to be genuine. Sad requests for solidarity. In one scene, Robin separated while communicating her craving to hold the family together. She showed up truly sorrowful over the crumbling of the polygamous construction she had imagined. Why it felt genuine. Robin has forever been vocal about her faith in the standards of plural marriage, and her tears during Christine's flight appeared to mirror her apprehension that the family's establishment was disintegrating. 4. Talking about the burden on her children. Robin has frequently communicated worries about what the family's battles have meant for her kids, especially during the pandemic. Defensive protective senses. At the point when Robin talked about the profound cost for her children, her tears appeared to be driven by certifiable concern. She stressed over what the cracked connections inside the family could mean for their feeling of security and having a place. Why fans trusted her. As a mother, Robin's defensive senses came through firmly at these times. Her tears seemed to originate from a position of affection and nervousness instead of control. 5. Drilling down into her battles with polygamy. Regardless of being seen as Kody's #1 spouse, Robin has conceded that living in a plural marriage accompanies huge difficulties. Crude trustworthiness. In a few meetings and confession booths, Robin has separated while examining the hardships of exploring associations with her sister spouses and attempting to keep up with congruity inside the family. Why it resounded. These minutes appeared to mirror Robin's inward clash and the tension she feels as the most up-to-date spouse in a complicated relational peculiarity. Fans who identify with her point out that her tears during these conversations seem to come from a position of dissatisfaction and trouble. 6. Uncovering her battles with online analysis. Robin has frequently been the objective of unforgiving analysis from sister spouses' fans, a considerable lot of whom fault her for the family's breakdown. In one especially profound second, Robin tended to the effect of online pessimism on her emotional well-being. Overpowered by disdain. Robin sorrowfully made sense of what the determined judgment from watchers had meant for her, conceding that remaining solid even with such negativity was troublesome. Why fans trusted her. Managing public examination can be unbelievably burdening, and numerous watchers felt that Robin's tears in this setting were a veritable reaction to the difficulties of carrying on with life in the public eye. 7. The family's monetary battles. Monetary strain has been a repetitive topic on sister spouses, and Robin has frequently wound up at the focal point of these conversations. Stressed over soundness. During minutes when the family's funds were a subject of concern, Robin showed up noticeably profound. She communicated fears about what monetary insecurity could mean for her kids and the family's future. Why it appeared to be valid. Cash inconveniences are a general stressor, and many fans felt that Robin's tears during these discussions were a characteristic response to the tensions of accommodating an enormous family. The discussion around Robin's tears. While these minutes grandstand a more weak side of Robin, the discussion about her earnestness go on among fans. Pundits contend that her profound presentations are frequently determined, while allies accept she is unjustifiably judged and that her tears reflect genuine battles. Why a few fans uncertainty her. Robin's situation as Kody's apparent most loved spouse has made her a polarizing figure. Many fans view her tears as a strategy to earn compassion and keep up with her lean toward status. Why others protect her. Allies contend that Robin is exploring an extraordinarily tough spot and that her tears mirror the certified aggravation and stress of living in a broke relational peculiarity. And while Robin Earthy Colored's tears frequently flash discussion, there are minutes where her feelings appear to be obviously certified. These occurrences give knowledge into her battles and feature the intricacies of life inside the Earthy Colored family. Whether watchers accept her earnestness, Robin's personal process stays an essential piece of sister spouses, offering a more profound comprehension of the difficulties and penances engaged with polygamous connections. Could you like a more nitty-gritty investigation of a particular second, alluded to as or are there polygamous parts of Robin's process you might coming from a deeply grounded and regarded polygamous family, Christine's genealogy is established in the fundamentalist confidence, settling on her choice to wed Kody Brown, a man with no comparable social standing, a charming subject. Many fans have addressed why somebody with Christine's experience, frequently portrayed as eminence in the polygamous world, would decide to wed Kody, a self-broadcasted beggar with no such esteemed associations. We should investigate the explanations for this eccentric association and what it uncovers about Christine, Kody, and the elements of polygamous connections. 1. Christine's experience, the eminence association. Christine's status as polygamist eminence is established in her family's ancestry and impact inside the fundamentalist confidence. Unmistakable family ancestry. Christine's granddad, Rulon C. Allred, was an unmistakable head of the Biblical Joined Brethren, AUB, a fundamentalist Mormon faction that rehearses polygamy. His initiative laid out the Allred family as a critical name inside the local area. Impact and notoriety. Experiencing childhood in such a regarded family, Christine was viewed as somebody with extensive social standing and expected impact in the polygamous world. Her family's name conveyed weight, and many expected she would wed somebody with a comparatively renowned foundation. 2. Kody Brown's unassuming roots. Interestingly, Kody's experience was undeniably less celebrated. Transformation to polygamy. Kody was not naturally introduced to a polygamous family. His folks switched over completely to the fundamentalist confidence when he was a youngster, meaning he didn't grow up with similar well-established associations as Christine. A newbie to the local area. Without a conspicuous family name or generational connections to the AUB, Kody was viewed as a relative untouchable in the polygamous world, making his matching with Christine startling. 3. Christine's vision of polygamy. Christine's choice to wed Kody was driven by her hopeful perspective on plural marriage as opposed to her family's assumptions. A romanticized ideal. Since early on, Christine communicated a longing to be important for a plural marriage. She saw polygamy as a holy and respectable practice that could bring affection, solidarity, and reason. A heart-over-status approach. Christine was less worried about her future spouse's social standing and more centered around finding somebody who shared her vision of an agreeable plural family. Kody's appeal and energy for the confidence engaged her standards, offsetting his absence of a lofty foundation. 4. The early fascination, Kody's magnetism. At the point when Christine met Kody, she was enamored by his character and energy. Kody's energy. Kody had an attractive character and an energy for building a huge, cherishing family inside the structure of their confidence. His certainty and aspiration reverberated with Christine, who was anxious to set out on her own plural marriage venture. Shared values. In spite of their disparities in foundation, Christine and Kody shared a pledge to their confidence and the standards of polygamy, which shaped the underpinning of their initial relationship. 5. Christine's craving to be a third spouse. Christine has transparently expressed that she generally needed to be a third spouse, which assumed a huge part in her choice to wed Kody. The third spouse dynamic. In polygamous culture, the third spouse is in many cases seen as an adjusting force inside the family, carrying congruity to the current design. Christine embraced this job, accepting she could contribute decidedly to Kody's developing family. Timing and opportunity. At the point when Christine met Kody, he was at that point wedded to Mary and Janelle. This made him an ideal contender for Christine, still up in the air to satisfy her vision of turning into a third spouse. 6. The job of adoration and positive thinking. While Christine's choice was impacted, leaning on an unshakable conviction and custom, love likewise assumed a critical part. A real association. Christine and Kody fostered areas of strength for an association during their romance. Christine's idealism and faith in Kody's true capacity made her sure about their future together. Sitting above contrasts. Christine was able to neglect Kody's absence of social standing since she had faith in his capacity to lead their family and make the plural marriage she had consistently imagined. 7. Challenges in the marriage. In spite of their underlying association, Christine and Kody's relationship confronted critical difficulties throughout the long term. Kody's developing family. As Kody added more spouses and youngsters to the family, Christine frequently felt neglected and underestimated. The equilibrium she had expected to bring as the third spouse turned out to be progressively hard to accomplish. Partiality toward Robin. Kody's partiality toward his fourth spouse, Robin, made a fracture among him and Christine, at last prompting her choice to leave the marriage. Neglected assumptions. Christine's optimistic vision of polygamy conflicted with the truth of their relational peculiarities, leaving her baffled and despondent. 8. Christine's freedom and development. Christine's takeoff from her union with Kody denoted a defining moment in her excursion. Rediscovering self-esteem. Leaving Kody permitted Christine to zero in on her own joy and prosperity. She has since turned into an image of solidarity and freedom for fanatics of the show. Another viewpoint on polygamy. While Christine actually regards her confidence, she has been open about the difficulties of polygamy and the significance of focusing on one's own necessities in a relationship. And Christine Earthy Colored's choice to wed Kody, regardless of their tremendously various foundations, mirrors her optimistic perspective on plural marriage and her faith in Kody's true capacity as a spouse and father. While their association eventually didn't stand the test of time, Christine's process has featured the intricacies of polygamous connections and the significance of self-disclosure. As she keeps on flourishing beyond her marriage, Christine stays a fan number one and a motivating illustration of flexibility and strengthening. Might you want to jump further into explicit parts of Christine and Kody's relationship, or investigate what her story has meant for sister spouses in general?